A Modest Proposal is a satire by Jonathan Swift published in the year 1729. Now, this became his most famous pamphlet. It used savage satire to focus attention on poverty in Ireland. This essay shocked readers by making the outrageous suggestion that starving Irish Catholic families should sell their children as food. This and other writings established Swift as an Irish political hero. Now, the essay begins by Swift describing about the pathetic situation of the streets of Dublin, where he sees women surrounded by many children begging. He sketches the implication of this situation that the children either grow up to be criminals, leave their country to fight for a Catholic political cause which would challenge Protestant rule, or they immigrate to a new continent. Now he says, by seeing this situation, pathetic situation, that whosoever comes up with an idea, with a solution, will be a national hero. Now then Swift says that he will propose such a solution. In addition, his idea won't just solve the problem of beggars, it will help the families to who have trouble supporting their children. Now then he gives an estimation of, you know about uh, the kingdom's current population and about the breeding couples out of which who are, who can support their family, and so on and so forth. Now he before giving solution, he says that about 1,20,000 children come from such families, born into such families, who cannot support them, right? So how can these children be provided for? Who will clothe them? And also these children cannot be put to work, any work, because they are so small. They can't live by theft, not at least till the age of 6. And they also, we can't sell at a good amount. So what should they do, right? So finally he proposes the solution. What is the solution? He says, one of his American friends says that young children make food. So he comes up with the idea of cannibalism, that these young children, should be sold as a food. Okay, and he then again gives an estimation about that how it will be beneficiary for the poor parents by selling these children. The mother would get 8 shillings, giving her money she needs to live on, and she would also be free to work until another child comes. The purchaser gets meat for several meals. Landlords would become more popular. In addition to the meat, thrifty people might choose to use the baby's skin for leather, for gloves and boots. So he gives that how those, these children's, flesh or meat will be useful for the different, uh, you know, uh, how uh, these children's meat will be useful for various purposes. Okay, it can be used as gloves. Their skin can be used as a gloves, or so on. The thrifty people will use it for gloves and other leather products, and the mothers will get 8 shillings extra, and only they need 2 shillings to feed their child, 1 year child. So this, and the landlords, will become more popular, and the tenants will have also something valuable of their own to sell. So he gives the benefits. Okay, that eating the poor would reduce the number of Catholics. He comes up with this, shows the problem of the Catholics, that how Catholics at that point of time were suffering, right? Poor tenants would finally have something valuable of their own to sell. The proposal would generate massive financial profit for the country, and also it will provide a new dish. Okay, the new and increased food source would bring new business to taverns. Now it will, these meats would bring a new business, new dish to the restaurants, to the hotels. Now the proposal would entice people to marry. Okay, so it will also lure people to marry, because from there, they will have, from their wives they will have children. Now those children would be a benefit for them. So, okay, so Swift elaborates on this marriage thing, how it will entice people to marry, arguing that it would also make parents care for their children better, because they would see their children as a source of benefit rather than an expense. Married women will compete with other women, that who can bring the fattest baby to the market. Men would be as proud of their wives as they are currently of their breeding horses, cows and pigs, because they are a beneficiary thing for those men. And husbands would not beat or kick their wives, okay, because they will have the fear of having miscarriage to them. Now, he then rejects other alternatives. He says that since many years he's seeing that people giving alternatives, that it goes in vain. No one comes up with a perfect solution that can be applied, okay, to resolve this pathetic situation. He says that he spent many years offering solution and watching them fail. Exhausted, he came up with this current proposal of cannibalism, right? Then he says that the people who are coming up with the alternatives, they first need to explain how they can feed and clothe 1 lakh useless people, and they need to explain why they think that the million people in a terrible poverty would not prefer to have been sold at 1 year old as food rather than having a life like this, oppressed by landlords, unable to pay rent or provide food, clothing or shelter for themselves. Why they think? Before proposing the solution, they need to answer this. Okay, at end he concludes by saying that he has no personal stake, no personal benefit from this solution, from this matter, stating that his children are too old to sell and his wife is past her bearing years. Okay, he just wants that this he just wants the welfare of the country. His goal is to help the country, give the poor some relief, and make sure that infants get fed and provide pleasure for the wealthy. So, this piece is an absolute satire for the then government of Ireland, who cannot see the situation of the people and were always up to themselves for their own welfare. So, Swift, this essay of Swift's, you know, provoked the then government, and it is one of the best essays of him. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you like the video. If you like the video, do like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my video.